welcome back. It's time to do a little bit of an update. Catches up on missing the video yesterday. It is quite bushfirey today. You'll notice that it is very... Hey, what do you want? Go. These chickens, I tell you, these new ones. But anyway, the pair here is doing pretty well. I just gave this cage a little bit of a clean out because I actually had this hen on this side of the wire. I'm not sure if I'm going to let them pair up in this box. I may move them into there when they're paired up. This box is proving to be pretty useful, to be honest, because if we do get difficult pairs like this, well, she's not so difficult, but he's very aggressive, so that's why I slow introduction, nothing too crazy, and I had her in behind these wires so that she's a little bit safer. But they're looking pretty good. I think they're pretty comfortable. She's hanging around the nest bowl. Normally he would be attacking her non-stop. If you've watched all the other videos, he is the most aggressive cockbird I think I've got in this loft. But yeah, he seems to be doing all right now. I really just want to try this pair because it's more of just a blend of the two Vanderbilt lines that I've got. So it's just a bit of a test. We'll do a couple of rounds and just see how the babies go. And we might fly them next year. We'll definitely fly them next year in the racing, but I just want to see if they're worth keeping, these lines. We have got a few cockbirds off either, but hopefully combining them could be the right strategy. We'll soon find out anyway. So we'll give these guys a little bit more time to get paired up a bit stronger before we move them into a different box, because I feel like I've got a few other pairs that I wouldn't mind trying to pair up. But slowly, so I might be able to use this as like the pairing box at the moment with this little divider in there. I think it's working pretty well. Hopefully these guys probably by the weekend should be pretty good. But what I'm going to do, I'll just leave these together in this box for the next 24 hours. At this point I don't see any reason to move her back on the other side of the wire. They get along pretty well, so I might even just move this nest bowl into a more private corner so it's not out in the open. Maybe just over the back here. Come on, big fella, come on, good boy. So maybe I'll move that over the back there. If I need to, I could probably move it in there a little bit more as well. So that's pretty protected, so hopefully he jumps in there soon, tries and lure in there. We'll see. That's a good little sign though that she's making that kind of noise. So she's a very beautiful hen, this one. She's been right out, this hen. Been very consistent. She went out to 515 kilometers. She was a day late on that last race, but that was a really tough one. So I'm pretty happy that... Oh, we're going to see some action here. Oh, here we are. Come on. Oh, he likes the nest bowl there. And she's bobbing ahead too. Oh, we might see some action. He's just inspecting it. Both doing the little head nods. Hopefully she'll come over there. Oh yeah, she's starting to strut. Both very beautiful pigeons. I got a bit of a soft spot for this hen. She's a beautiful type. And she's been flying pretty well too, so come on. In you go. No, you're a bit shy? Ah, that's good. I think I can leave them together now. That's the kind of thing that I wanted to see. That he's playing nicely and she's actually interested as well. So that's really good. Oh, that's fantastic. He's definitely checking out that nest bowl. I think he liked it being pushed over into the corner a bit more. I think she's approved it as well. So maybe we'll just give them a little bit of time together. This is looking better. I might be able to move these guys into there tomorrow potentially. We'll just have a quick look in here. Okay, so them two are jumped up in that box up there. So we've got the tiger grizzle. He's over the back there. He's very hard to see, but he is definitely in that box with the hen for Adam Archer. I kind of just sat a few birds over here that I needed to just briefly separate. They were down in this one here, so I'm hoping what I can do actually is get them back down into there. I might even just go get a nest bowl, put it in there and just sit them down there and see if that works. Because if I do move in that big cockbird that we just looked at into here, he will want those top ones. So for him to successfully breed and not cause trouble and break eggs, he kind of needs to have the top ones because he's just a top dog. Here's one of the King's Racing ones. That's where we got him from. So we might even call him King. That's probably a good name for him because he's got to have the top of everything. So what I'll do is I'll go get a nest bowl and we'll bring it in and see if that coaxes them out of that box. So just set up this little nest bowl for him, and he's still pretty excited, so I think we will get him sorted because he actually hasn't, but neither of these have seen a nest bowl in some time, so we should be able to get them. I'd really like them paired up down here somewhere, probably not on the bottom one. I'm not going to fill this with pairs just yet, but if I can get one on that, it's kind of out of the way. And then when we bring that big blue bar Vanderbilk in here and his little hen, they can kind of take a pick of the ones they want. I think forcing that big blue bar into boxes it's definitely a problem. He doesn't like it. So what we'll do is we'll take this big tiger grizzle here, put him down here, and then hopefully when I bring the hen down, she might, things might spice up a little bit. Just set myself back a bit. Looks like he's got a little necklace or something on. Right, so we got him in there. She's a bit of a nervous hen, this one. She's taken a bit of a beating up, poor little girl as well. Not from him, but from a previous cockbird that sort of gave her a bit of a hard time. So we'll bring them over here for now. Not sure whether we'll let these two raise some babies, but I may just have them set aside if we do decide to foster. I might just do one round to see because she is reasonably decently well bred, this one. So it'll be interesting to see if they breed some nice tigers. So yeah, well, maybe we will. We'll just see. Maybe put some comments down below. Let me know what you think. And maybe we will. We'll see. But for now, we'll get them just paired up and not causing too much trouble, so that when we do bring over the big Vanderbilt cockbird, things are not as crazy. So we might try this box, but I also just remembered that big Vanderbilt cockbird last year when we was breeding him, we actually had him in this box too, so that may pose a little bit of a problem. But I think when I bring him in, he's going to want those top ones. He's a bit of a character, so I'll bring him over here probably on the weekend, maybe, we'll see. But we'll come back in a minute. I reckon these guys will be crowing and cooing. All right, that in there is looking pretty good. I'm very happy how that's going, so we will keep up a bit of an update on these guys as we go along. Before I get too carried away, we'll go over this side, check out how everyone else is doing. Doing pretty well. Pretty happy how this loft turned out with the clean anyway, like I mentioned before. Definitely something that I want to keep on top of in the near future. So we've got all our remaining birds left. These are all some of the yellow team. You'll see some of the yellow rings on it from the yellow team. And we've also got some of the birds that we've raced this year. The rest of them are. So a bit of a mix here. Like I said, I may consider start tossing some of these soon. Potentially just thin out a couple of the yellow team if they're actually not really decent. We might just get them out to 10 kilometers over the next month or two before it gets warm, and then just cut it off. Just to give them a little, it's all about learning really. It's about getting them switched on in that brain, because they haven't really sort of had a chance to get out on the road yet. And I may consider it. I think it's a really good idea probably to do so. There's only a couple in here that I probably will want to breed from, which is one of the little storm daughters over here that I've brought into this section for the time being. And we do have a little storm over the back as well. So probably those two hens, and may even use one or two for fosters as well, because I know these two have paired up. See how aggressive she is. She's on to all the hens, and all the hens have paired up to the remaining cocks. There's a lot more hens in here than cocks, so they've all sort of paired up at the moment. And I've got this other little storm daughter here too that I potentially haven't done too much with yet. I don't have many good cocks, so that's something I will be working on this year. trying to, sit a few aside in the breeding as stock. Not ideal, but I don't want to be in the same boat next breeding season that we just don't have that selection. So trying to plan ahead a little bit. Now we've got plenty of rings for this current year. We can do a little bit of breeding. So we've got a few options in here we can use. So we will see. And we've got a few of those sexes starting to pair up and be quite aggressive. So we could move, say, this hen and her cock, which is the one that come back from the race. We could move them over and just set them down some eggs. Probably use them for a bit of fostering as well. And there's this cock here that I want to use. This is the one that I was trying to pair up with Apache. I really thought it was a hen there for a while, but it started chasing girls. So yeah, we just got to try and sort a decent hen out for this one as well. So there's only a couple in here that I want to set down. Like I bred this one for stock anyway, but we'll just see how we go. So we'll keep moving on. Still a bit of sorting around through here. I'll probably pair up one of these Shock's daughters back to him, but we'll just see. So we'll check on our first little fellow. He's settling in quite well now. He's eating, drinking, everything, no problems. He's got a bit of an attitude too, which is reasonably typical for some of these Vanderbilts. So yeah, he's a character. So he's going to be a bit of a funny one, this one. Protecting his perch. Hopefully we can keep him nice and tame like that. Where is he? Come here. But it's going to be a beautiful little bird. Starting to turn out really well. I had a look at his brother before actually too, and he is a really nice bird too. So interesting to see how his brother turns out when it gets to him. Look at him, he loves his perch. I enjoy playing with the pigeons when they get like this. Come here, come here. Hey? Gives him a bit of confidence that he can beat me up and keep his perch, which is good. I like that. So I'll leave you alone and I'll keep moving on. These guys are getting ready for a feed. I've got to feed them. I just gave this loft a whole clean as well. So I didn't fly them today because the smoke cover was really low and was all through here, and there's a bit of ash falling down. So I just decided not to loft fly them, give them a little bit of a break. We'll see what's going on in this breeding section. Hopefully there's some more eggs going on in here. But they're all looking pretty good. Let's get a good zoom up on Apache because he's turning into a bit of a monster these days. He's a big boy. See if we can get a really good video of him, nice and clear. But yeah, he's a really nice bird, that one. So it's for you, Jason. You can have a look at him and your daughters. He's doing pretty well. And then he's got his sister over the back there, which she's even bigger than him. So hopefully, I do have a little perfect little hen paired up for him, so we can keep that size to that medium-ish, which is kind of what I want. So yeah, they're all doing pretty well. 83's over there, he's pretty happy. Those eggs are fostered over the side here, so his partner should start laying again soon. That hen's doing really well, and also the little best kettle hen. She's just looking at me like, what do you want? So they're doing pretty well. Everyone in here has eggs or has laid eggs, and we've fostered them, so they're doing pretty well, keeping that cock under control because he's a bit of a hen man. He likes to chase the women, so he's under control at the moment. And then we'll go into this section. I've just got these ones locked up at the moment because I've been out all day in the main section. That's good. That hen might be laying again. So that little cockbird that we're playing with on the perch before, that's the mother and father here. And you got the brother and sister in here as well. So let's have a look at them first. Let's just pull. She lays eggs like no tomorrow, this hen. So we will be expecting them pretty soon. So I assume this is going to be a hen. We've bred a lot of mealy hens. So this one's going to be quite nice as well. The one that that's not your box. The one that I'm really interested to see how it turns out is actually this one here. I think this is going to be the cockbird. But he's going to be a big, solid boy. I think he's going to be bigger than the one we just looked at before. Oh, pretty feisty, these ones too. So it's really hard to see. Do this with one hand. But it's going to be a big, big boy. Nice and muscly. So we'll keep a close eye on them. They really can't be too far off weaning out as well. Yeah, so probably this weekend or so we may get them out. And this hen, she's pretty close to laying over the next few days as well, so that's pretty good. We'll get another round. Maybe keep them together because those are looking pretty good, those little babies. Look at those ones, nice. I think the mealies out of this pair are actually looking a lot better. So the little mealy hen we looked at in the beginning of the video, this is the father, the big red checker at the back there, with a different mother, but they're looking pretty good, these ones, to be honest. So we'll just wait and see how that turns out. I don't think these ones are hatching just yet. Keeping a close eye on them because it's just important to know what's going on around here. So they'll probably still, hopefully by the weekend, I'm hoping. And Storm's taking her time as well, but no stress with you, girl. We're not pushing you very hard this year. You'll do a few rounds. I'm going to let you raise your own babies as well. So for now, you can do a few. That's Leo making that noise. And this little barless hen's helping out as usual. She's a really good mother. She just loves breeding. And this one's got a bit of an attitude to it. Huh? You are a bit of a crazy one. This one won't be too far off weaning out as well. So this one's actually a really beautiful little baby. These babies are all camera shy this year. But he's going to be just like his father. This one's father is Leo. Come back here, come on. He's going to be a beautiful pigeon, this one. Look at that. So we'll probably won't stress him too much, but we will have a closer look at all the babies as time goes on. But he's going to be really nice. Next pair, I'm going to keep a close eye on them. This hen's not too far off laying. Been keeping a close eye on them because she's kind of been hanging out down in this corner and very protective of this ground, the cockbird has been. So just making sure that they don't lay down on the floor, and hopefully they lay up here, which is really good. So close eye on them. She can't be too far away, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some babies soon. Fine, if you want that box up there, then you can have it. Maybe the blue bar will want that bottom box, but I'm not going to fight. I'm just going to let you do what you want. So come on, you can have this one. See if that works. I was really trying to avoid the fighting up here, but hopefully they get their act together. Yep. Anyway, I'm still got to do something with that bird as well. But stay tuned. Lots going on. This is kind of my little spares box at the moment, so we're just putting a few bits and pieces over here. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed the update, and we will keep moving. Get some more pairs down, get that flying section filled back up.